Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Kevin Perkins here from CROWN Pickleball. I'm joined by my illustrious co-host, handsome and talented Gregory Storm from Rock Paddle. What's up, brother?
What's up, brother? How are things?
Welcome.
Top spin.
Yeah, dude, everything's great. I'm so stoked that we're doing the Top Spin podcast, man. This is going to
Me
be
too,
so
brother.
fun.
Me
We're going to
too.
be we're going to be doing some obviously we've connected on a number of levels outside of this podcast, doing some giveaways and partnership type stuff, which I've loved from day one. I've always loved what you do with the paddles. Dude, this is going to be a fun podcast.
Yeah, I'm stoked, Kevin. I think it's going to be a blast, no doubt. I mean, balls and paddles. What could more people ask for instead of pickleball drama on the circuit?
Exactly. It's the pickleball circus, right? We'll probably talk to
Circus.
some about that too. But hey man, so you know what? I saw this the other day. I don't know if you sent it to me or whatever. You made the coolest video for one of your paddles. Here, check this out. Bro, that was insane. Like,
Oh yeah,
wow.
bro. Dude, I mean, stellar, right? I mean, let's do this. We're gonna make it happen. We're all about supporting bees and local bee farmers. This is our brand, Noble Nectar. I don't know if you can kind of see that, but these guys do something that's very cool and unique, like the old milkmen. They used to bring milk to your door, and then you just leave the empty jar out every month or whatever it is, and they come and they just give it back to you, a freshie, and they're really cool. They save a lot of bees. They extract, and just bring them back and form hives on all kinds of different areas here locally in St. Pete.
That's really cool, man. So, how long have you been doing that stuff with the bees? Is that in your family or something, or is that?
No, so that's been like since day one, really, just the whole mission and the vibe behind the paddle launch and everything that we just want to get back to pollinators and help, support. We wouldn't have food without our pollinators and our bees, and I thought it'd be good to find somewhere local here that we could really collaborate with, and we got our own hives and everything. It's really cool, and again, they
So
go
cool.
out and they actually extract bees and take those bees from those areas that people have problems with and bring them back, and they give them love, so then we got food, right?
Dude, that's rad. That's so cool. So, hey, what else you got going on with Raw right now? So just do the quick update on ourselves, and then we'll talk
So
about
yeah,
some other stuff.
yeah, super crazy right now. Just the brand is really exploding nationwide. We're in the UK right now. I mean, they're placing orders like pretty heavily there, so we're pretty stoked on that. Going to Hawaii in a couple weeks, doing the Hawaii Open with a
Woo!
couple Hawaiians. We do have a Hawaiian paddle out right now, the Hive here. So
That's so
intro, you
cool. Look
just
at
saw
that
that.
thing.
So stoked on that. So we're in Maui in the Big Island, so we're definitely going to support over there and give away a bunch of stuff. We support local bee farmers over there too. So, but the brand itself is just jamming. You know what I mean? So, but we're the give back brand, and I haven't seen anybody else do it. So don't be stealing it, guys. How about you? What's going on with that?
It's funny you mentioned Hawaii, man. So we must have like a little enclave over there because they've been buying so many balls from me lately. It's pretty funny. I think it's maybe the combination of like buy one get one or what all the deals that we've been doing, but both the
Yeah.
free shipping and stuff too. They're buying in big quantities, and it's so funny. Like Tyler Loon on the King of the Court podcast was over there doing a clinic or something, and I'm like, hey, say hi from the Crown people over there, and it was funny because I think they were all playing crowns in the Ewa Beach area, so indoor outdoor, it's pretty cool. But yeah, as far as speaking of indoor outdoor, you can kind of see we've been branching out a little bit on our ball selection, getting into some new colors.
Yeah.
Obviously the lime has been the killer. People love that visibility. It lasts a long time. We can talk about the whole ball sitch, but what's been really kind of cool is our indoor stuff too. I mean, I really love our outdoor ball as a top ball, but the indoor ball has been like, I've been getting so many positive comments and praise about it. As far as indoor balls being kind of more of a gushier, soft, fluffy ball.
Kind of like the
Where's our
jugs, right? The jugs ball.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, jugs or gamma or some of the anyway, ours is a little bit harder, so like you can actually firefight a little bit more. And people have been like, wow, this is really cool. This is our new favorite balls. So anyway, doing some stuff. You can see there's a little bit of a glimpse of our paddle, which we'll talk about it eventually. But yeah, everything's been going, on the whole pretty good personally. Getting ready to start doing I'm going to be doing double knee replacements starting with my right leg in this month in January. So I've been just, getting my walker, my
Yeah,
cane.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you use your balls or tennis balls on the bottom of that walker for sliding?
Right now, nothing. I'm going to be slipping around, bro.
But that'll be cool, right?
But
you could use your crown balls instead of tennis balls, and
yeah,
they'll
that's
slide
true.
better. Right?
That's funny. I didn't even think about that. That's really great.
I
Yeah.
did.
So just you just yeah, you're so smart.
Hard ass.
But yeah, just getting good. Like I just installed the toilet seat thing, and I'm just basically getting my shit together.
Oh,
How
that's
about that?
heavy. That's heavy.
Yeah. So
Super heavy.
well, dad joke. Here we go.
So yeah,
Uh,
so what's gonna happen with this ball war right now? That I mean, are you out of the whole loop now because they're Vulcan, I hear, and Owl are kind of competing? I mean, what's going on? I thought maybe you guys or Oso might down the street might get in.
You know what? I thought so too. And I'm not really, bitter about it or anything. I just think that it's kind of, pretty obvious that the professional people are not looking for the best ball, right? And whatever that looks like. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. I don't know. But clearly if I'm, ponying up $2.25 million, they're gonna be like, yeah, you're the best ball, sure. But I think at the end of the day, like, you know, do we make the ball harder or do we make it softer? Right? Which direction do you think we should be going with that?
Yeah, so I mean, you've been supporting us through a couple tournaments as a tournament director here, and the owner of the I Love St. Pickleball Academy here in St. Pete. We're booming with that portion too. So, I'm not just a paddle brand. I have an academy here too, where I mean, I am teaching a ton. So, you've really helped me out by sending me some balls for tournaments and then for teaching, and the feedback has been great from that because it plays kind of like a in between a Dura and a Franklin, right? Everybody's so sold on that Franklin, but it's so interesting now, um, just to see like, okay, so like who's going to play a tournament and who really cares about tournaments and who wants to spend, $150 just for a registration fee to play a damn tournament. That's ridiculous when they're having a blast out there on Saturday, Sunday, just playing pickleball like they do. But they do, I think, a little bit faster ball than that Franklin might be satisfactory. So I mean, you do have a good ball. I'm anxious to see even what happens with this new stuff, though. Just to see what that comparison is.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. We're of the mind, and we've been this way since day one, since we were kind of like, finding the right formulation for what we wanted to do. The Franklins obviously are really super forgiving, and you can see, look at that, nice, love that, bees, bro. But yeah, the Franklin, is such a soft ball, and it's super forgiving. You can hit it, mishit it, and it's still gonna travel basically kind of in the overall direction. Whereas like, a harder ball is going to really pick up on paddle face. It's going to pick up on your swing path, all that stuff a lot more. So I find that the comments I get from people who purchased our balls saying, oh, this is, a little too hot or responsive. I'm kind of the understanding that they basically have been playing Franklin for such a long time and probably playing those Franklins for like 6 months so that they're super
Sure.
sloppy,
That's the worst. The worst.
and and on the flip side, there's also these, the Duras and the Osos and some of the other balls that are just really super hard. And again, I think there's a certain market that loves those. My experience is that most people don't like them because they're just too hard. And it's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see where the pros kind of end up on stuff too. This new Vulcan ball. I mean, I'll be honest with you. It sounds almost is exactly like Crown, the way they marketed it, the way they've talked about it, the color and stuff. Gee, I wonder if it's because we were sponsoring King of the
Yeah.
Court. And, no, I'm just kidding. I don't
Yeah.
know. That could, but that being said, conspiracies aside, what's interesting is you've heard people like Ben Johns say like, oh, if the ball's too hard, there's less firefighting that happens at the kitchen line, which
Really?
may or may not be I don't know, a true statement. I guess I don't know. If you have a softer ball and it travels slower, does that mean you have more,
I wonder.
excitement at the net? I don't
I
know.
wonder
I don't
what.
know.
I wonder what Travis Rettenmeyer would think about. He's a local guy here.
Yeah, tennis sucks, right?
I don't know, something like that.
Something like that. Anyways, there's definitely opinions all galore about balls and paddles, and
Yeah.
so that's why we're doing what we're doing, man. You started your stuff for your reasons, I did it for mine, and so that's kind of the
Yeah.
update for us. But I mean, as far as like the PPA and all that goes, I think there's where we diverge a little bit from that whole pro scene is that I really don't give a shit, to be honest.
Right.
I'll be honest, like I feel like, it was interesting to kind of get caught up in the, who's who and whatever. But as it's happened, it's like this, it's like a repeat song. It's Groundhog Day every freaking weekend with you know, with the tournament outcomes and stuff like that. So, congratulations to AL and Ben Johns for winning every freaking tournament. But like, okay, what's
Yeah, kind
next?
of the end of the day, though. I mean, do they want to use the tournament ball, or do they want to use a ball that's really good, has a good value? Same thing with our paddles, right? You know what I mean? I mean, do they need the Ben Johns paddle to be a great player at $250, or could they grab something like from us, the same a better price point at 180? You know what I mean? And you're getting the same technology. It's coming from probably the same manufacturer or down the street. You know what I mean? But, again, for every paddle we sell, we get back a little bit. So, it's kind of a double hitter there, but, everybody wants to, I guess, maybe follow the bandwagon sometimes.
Yeah, and I think there's a little bit of kind of that like uptick when you're just starting out and you kind of get a little bit better, and then you see like the Ben Johns paddle or something, and you're like, okay, if I buy that paddle, I'm going to become, good better or whatever.
Sure,
And then
sure.
a lot of people kind of just hit that wall eventually where they're like, the paddle, you can give a piece of plywood to, Ben Johns or Anna Lee Waters, and they're going to still beat you.
A
You know what
shoe,
I mean? Like
shoe. I've seen Kyle Yates play with a shoe. That goes out to you, Kyle.
he played with a shoe for real.
Kyle and Ben went at it with a shoe. I loved it.
That's
Kyle was
fantastic.
Ben. Yeah, Kyle was Ben's protege in the beginning. I've been around Naples for 11, 12 years, so I've seen all that grow, man. It's pretty cool, man. So I'll
It,
see Kyle in
it
Hawaii in a couple of weeks. So
nice. So yeah, I mean, it's like at some point, like that ability transcends whatever equipment you're
a
using. You know what I
shoe,
mean?
a freaking shoe.
That's so freaking nuts. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. What do you think about like I don't remember who makes it. Maybe it's Vulcan, but they have that little that little mini like handle with the thing on it. It's like a trainer or something.
Yeah. So
Is that for a
I
high
actually,
hand-eye control or something?
yeah, I mean, I love that. Before I met you, I was kind of again of a ball snob a little bit. Now I'm really snobby, with a crown. But um, Franklin really kind of, helped us and supported us a bunch just with some tournaments and stuff. They were good to us. So we did a photo shoot with them a while back ago, and I think I'm on some of their Amazon videos. It's pretty funny to see me doing an Ernie there, but it's like, whoa. But they did leave me about five of their little trainers, and I dig those. They're like a carbon fiber little
Uh-huh.
trainer. I love it. It's
Just
great.
really thin. Yeah.
Yep. I love to come out with it and play against the guys on the courts and then whoop on them with it sometimes. It's kind of funny, but yeah, those are
What
neat.
what's the premise there, that it's just a smaller surface area, smaller target, and
Target.
you're really just working on your control to hit the ball?
You're going after your target there, and it's so small, right? But it's a great little, and J.W. Johnson likes that little thing too. So, but I mean, I think that's one of the best ones out there versus any of the other ones that I've seen because there's a few out there, but they're a little weird, But
Is it
who?
weighted? Is it heavy, or is it?
It's just a really long handle and a smaller face. So I mean, it's probably about an 8.2.
But okay. So they have to. So they probably weight it up to make up for the lack of extra paddle, the reduced paddle weight,
Yeah, I
right?
don't
So they
think it's
probably
USAPA approved.
there you go. Sheesh. We got our balls USA PA approved, and I'm glad we did it, just because we get asked, to sponsor so many tournaments. We want to be able to say, yeah, we're, check the box or whatever. But I think moving forward, I mean, what's your kind of take on that? I'm not sure that I would be doing this.
With approval.
Yeah, just like if we our new paddle, for instance, or some of the other equipment, it's like,
Yeah.
wow, do I really want to spend like $1,500 just so I can have their logo slapped on there, and
Yeah.
and people may or may not use it. I mean, you look at what's happening with like some of the tournaments and stuff, and people are like punking the system by re-bringing back paddles for the testing, and they're like, yeah, that works, and it's like, well, 5 minutes ago it didn't work. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So,
What
I
do you
mean,
think?
that's a good one. So I mean, just the Nationals controversy was insane, right? So, it went from, just seeing other things happening like bickering on the courts to getting thrown off the tournament, or, off the events, just crazy little stuff coming from the MLP to the next tournament, really wild. But um, to go to the paddle thing, there was more controversy even at the Nationals when, there was a tent set up that they're testing the pros paddles that were coming in, so pretty much every paddle was failing, which is pretty crazy, so that's a tough one because I mean, how do you monitor that? You know what I mean? And even just to say a white paddle shouldn't be allowed anymore after last year or something, I mean, is that just the MLP? Is that PPA? Because I get that question all the time. It's like, who really cares at the end of the day? Of course, he might lose the ball a few times, but that's why I made the damn thing, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
paddles are failing on the pro circuit. I mean, I know that paddles are being made that are customized for only those players, say Annalie Waters and such, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, end of the day, I don't know. I mean, it's a little tricky. I like Carl Schmitz, he's a good dude, but what do you do?
I mean, that's just it. It's just like, what's the end game here? If you're looking, see, so I don't just don't understand. Like, the premise is, I get it approved. I spent all this money to do it. Yeah, there's going to be some variances and things like that with any production, that whatever it is that you make, right?
Yeah,
But then it goes to, let's say, a tournament, a high caliber tournament, maybe a professional tournament. They
sure.
test it and they go, sorry. It's like, wait, you approved it. Like, there should be no discrepancy in my mind,
Yeah,
like, with that. It's like, if you bless it and you accept all the variances, it's blessed forever, or at least, for the next cycle or whatever it is, right? I don't understand this whole. It just kind of points to a little bit of a gunslinger cowboy approach to this whole perfect. It shows me that we're still super young and infantile in this whole sport, in this whole industry, because there's no real standard here.
and then you wonder why, everyone says, "Hey, I think it's going to be an Olympic sport," but then it never makes it.
Yeah,
Too much controversy. It's pretty.
I mean, yeah, it is. There's some there's
Skateboarding's an Olympic sport. I
right.
mean, come on, right? I mean, I love skateboarding, I'll tell you that, but and I love pickleball too, but how come we can't get in the Olympics,
I mean, geez, I don't know, man. It's funny. You could probably argue too that there's even more money in pickleball now than skateboarding. Who knows? I don't know if that's true or not. But I know for sure in America, the numbers they say have grown to like what 30 million players, either once to
So right, so
frequent.
that's good. So you have your 3.0s and your 3.5s, and that's most of them, right? Or the 2.5ers
Yep.
coming in, right? It's not these pros coming in and being snobby about paddles, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
So guess what your paddle in the background's going to do? You have no problem
Yeah.
selling to those 3.0s and those 3.5s, you know? But as soon as they get wind and say, "Hey, it's a white paddle. I heard it's illegal from the USAPA." I mean, it's like, come on, what event are you going to that is going to say there's something wrong with your paddle? I've seen people play with Diller paddles, the wooden paddle. I have no problem letting anybody come in with whatever they want to play with, in my tournaments. Obviously it's not going to be a freaking tennis racket or a tennis sucks racket or paddle, right? So.
That's so good, dude. That's so good. Oh
I'm
my
definitely
gosh.
going to bench 225 though, no doubt. All right.
Oh my gosh. And keep doing those earnings around the posts that are illegal.
So fun. Everybody wants to learn that. So I mean, yeah, I think you could do that with any paddle that you have. We built a paddle that has a little bit more of an elongated handle. I think we were kind of one of the first ones that was doing that last year. A bunch of copycats coming in now, right? So it is what it is.
I mean, so let's talk about that. Like, as a player, I didn't play. I played water polo. I was a water person, right? So for me, I played ping pong as a kid. So this is like grown up. This is like full body ping pong to me, right? The way I play it. And I'm still learning how to do good ground strokes and stuff from the baselines and stuff. But at the kitchen, like it's easy for me to flip and do backhand punches and stuff. Where it's like some people are still kind of like, how do you do that? Wow. When I'm like, this is ping pong. So I just, I wonder about like, how do you, I don't know, how do you kind of suss up where this game is going? Is it going to become more like tennis, or is it going to become more like ping pong
Huh.
or badminton? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, because if they take the energy out of the ball and it becomes a floaty type ball, it's going to turn into badminton.
Yeah, I think it's getting everybody wants to speed up real fast all the time. So I mean, I think it's more of a ping pongy game now. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
it's one whoever drives does the shake and bake first. But how do you defeat the shake and bake? You know, you,
And so that kind of goes back to your paddle. So the elongated and the handle,
yeah,
turned into like these tennis players' wet dream, right? Because they're doing the two-handed back, the two-e, as some of the guys call it, which I don't understand it, because again, I'm not a tennis guy. But if you're a tennis person, this is part of your training when you're growing up.
yeah.
But a lot of people have really kind of turned that into a top spin roll, which I
Top
think is super.
spin.
Yeah, baby, top spin. But what's your take on that whole thing? Because I think like even
Yeah.
Ben Johns is saying like that's his new shot, and um, couldn't you do the same thing as effectively with a one-hander, especially if you're really close to the net? Isn't it about speed more than power? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, Annalise got it down pretty good, obviously, but she's probably good at whatever she does at 15 or 16. You know what I mean? There's
Through
energy there,
that.
right? So I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
I used to play against her mom, so I know that her mom pretty good and stuff. So I mean, I guess I'm a little bit of an OG for sure, and she's always had that two-hander coming from tennis, her mom. So
Yeah.
I guess she just followed in the footsteps. But yeah, we did when we first came out with the brand. We did go after. We wanted tennis players that a lot of juniors coming into the game that were hitting double backhands. That we did make that longer handle for that, and I just gave it all away to all the manufacturers out there. But some people still like shorter handles because I get that question all the time too. Well, how come you can't make a shorter handle for us? So it goes back and forth. With a lot of different people always want something that they don't have.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm just thinking for myself. Like, I've played a couple of the paddles, including yours, that are a little bit longer. I think one's like almost a 575 or 6 incher. It was pretty long. I was just like,
Yeah,
wow, this is really long.
yeah.
And it feels when I'm at least smacking one-handed, it feels a little awkward. It feels like it's not weighted right or whatever. So clearly, I think people are just going to have to figure out what they want out of these
Well, it's
things. But it's
great.
good that
Yeah. It's great for resetting. I mean, because you have that length, just to kind of go down with the paddle and stuff like that.
mm,
So, I know you really
yeah,
enjoyed the paddle I gave you, right? Where is that bad boy?
it's over my stack here.
Come
I've got it
on,
all.
stack.
Yep. Yep. I did a bunch of wraps the other day, so they're all stacked up right
Oh
now.
yeah,
But
oh yeah, that's your new grip, right?
yep, yep, yep. So
Oh,
we're doing a bunch of other stuff too. So, anyways, all right, cool. Listen, a couple of questions came through. Let's get this thing wrapped up here. Um,
yeah.
one question was
Is it from
what
Jimmy? Is it from
I
Jimmy?
don't know. I don't know what's your situation with the KOTC, the King of the Court. So let me just talk to that really quick. So
Yeah, you were
yeah,
like on all the time, right?
yeah, we were like the OG sponsor, which is cool. I reached out last June to Tyler. I think I was like working at the Lifetime in the cafe, and I saw him walk by, and I was like, oh, I should reach out to him just on a lark, like, hey, what do you think about sponsorship? And he was like, yeah, let's go. And so, it was cool. I think it's kind of like it's sort of like a boyfriend girlfriend situation where, you both have gotten what you want out of the relationship. I think at this point, they really helped me, get
Yeah,
where I needed to go.
good.
And really, helped validate the brand. And of course, we were, flowing cash to them to do, sponsorships, which I think validated their model, which got them more. And so, anyway, I think it's, all in all, it's I got no animus towards those guys. It's small pickleball world, right? Maybe we'll
Very small.
have them on our pod.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. Do you have any thoughts or comments about any of
Um,
that?
Tyler's been really good to me. Like, I like Tyler. I don't know Jimmy very well. I just like how he goes after people and makes fun of them and stuff. It's kind of cool, but you know.
Oh my gosh, I have a quick funny story. So I was
Come
trying to.
on. I was just gonna talk about Tyler's hair that I liked it long.
Oh, okay, good. Talk
Oh,
about
I'm
Tyler's
kidding.
hair.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Tyler,
Okay,
we love.
so anyway, real quick, I was just at the last PPA in San Clemente in December. We were trying to like get together to talk about what was going to happen, the direction. I kind of already knew that the Vulcan thing was happening by reading it on Discord. But anyway, I was trying to get some FaceTime to say like, dudes, what's up, and I got there at the club like midday. I think it was middle of one of the MLPs or something. There was a lot of people there, and I'm looking around. I'm like, where's Jimmy? Where's Jimmy? And
Like, where's
there's a
Waldo?
yeah, exactly. I'm like, where's Jimmy? And it's funny, like he like you said, he's like, where's Waldo? He like completely stood out. There's this picture. I'll show you while I'm talking. There's this. I took this picture, and he's like laid out. His
Sunbathing.
belly's sticking out, and I'm
You're
like,
sunbathing.
there's the guy. So, anyways, I can tease him because I know he and I are both big dudes, so it's all good.
Right, right, right. We should
So,
probably get
and
you guys playing skinny singles or something.
I listened when they were talking about coming out. I was like, let's get a game together. I was going to have Walter Lau, another pro, be my partner, and I was going to say, let's go against you and Tyler. That'd be kind of fun.
Tyler might
But
earn you though. I don't know.
yeah, I might Ernie them.
Yeah, I love
I'm
it.
agile like a cat, man. Like
With
that
the
the
with the
sumo
raw
guy.
hide with the long handle, right?
Do 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 do. Anyway,
Yeah. So
yes. So that
did you get replaced with their new product there? What is it like?
uh,
Is it like a spray cleaner for your carbon paddle or something? Was that your replacement or?
no, I don't know. I don't know if it's a replacement. They've been getting like the net sponsors, C&D.
Oh
They
wow.
got
Wow.
they got they
That
had
is a
mod
good net
balls
though.
for a while.
That is a good net. It's a great net.
Yeah, it is a really good net. We have them
Yeah.
at the club, I think. So, anyways, yeah, I like I said, I've got no animus. It was a fun. I wish it could be going a little bit longer, but then this is maybe one of the reasons why we're doing the pod now. So it all
Yeah.
happens for a
We got to
reason.
keep we
So
got to keep top spinning, and playing
exactly.
playing the circus out.
Yep. 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 Okay. So let's see. Last
But
one other
maybe we
question.
should just mention though that this podcast is going to definitely be more about community and just the people that are going to be giving back, and then some up and coming players, and maybe like big indoor facility owners, tennis shops that have been saved by the pickleball sales, people that wheelchair people that I teach, things like that, and we're having community. We're bringing it all back together, and we're kind of going to stay away from probably right most of this drama that's going on with the MLP and PPA. Because I
Yeah.
mean, I know the ball thing's a big thing for you because it's a little weird. Well, anyways, but
Yeah.
the pod is going to be about community and then the give back portion or just up and coming stuff, and then just average Joes maybe even out there that are on the courts and just having a good time with
Yeah.
different paddles and balls. And we're not against anybody else, right? So, but yeah.
Yeah, we're not against anybody else. I think we're gonna have fun with this too. We're gonna call some stuff out as we see it, try to
Oh
be
yeah, 100%.
ourselves, try to be a little vulnerable too on certain stuff when it's appropriate. I feel like, the insider stuff, the rumors, the trash talk, all that all that stuff is like, yeah, exactly. All that stuff is just like whatever, it seems like every other pod has an angle there, but
There's the
yeah,
angle.
yeah. So
Paddle
anyways,
reviews. Here's the angle on paddle reviews and ball reviews.
all right, man. So let's just wrap this up. Anything else that you
Yeah.
want to promote real quick?
Well, did you have questions or something? I thought we had questions.
Oh, I think we addressed it. The other
Okay.
question was,
Yeah.
what's the deal with the honeybee farmers? So you kind of talked a little bit, but go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, again, whenever we sell a paddle, we give back a portion from every paddle goes to Pollinators Now is one of my big ones. They're a nonprofit. So, but wherever our ambassadors are with our stuff, we always ask them find a local bee farmer or a local honey farm or whatever it might be. And that way we're in touch with those people, and then we go after and kind of support those guys, donate, whatever it is, buy their product, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think it's a good thing that we kind of do that because again, if we don't have, these bees and these pollinators, we will not have food, guys.
Great, man. That's a great mission, man. So I'm stoked that you're involved with that. You're involved
You
with
got that
pickle,
cancer
involved.
ball too, right?
Yeah, we're doing that. We did the cancer ball thing for a little bit. Now we're just kind of moving out the inventory. I think we're just going to keep it as one of the cherry colored balls. People really like it, and we'll
Yeah.
go on into the next year, with a different plan. But we'll keep doing that kind of stuff. We give back so much to local tournaments and donate a lot of balls to
Definitely.
what people are doing. We did the pink pickleball tournament in Rancho Mirage that raised like 25 grand for breast
Wow.
cancer awareness.
Solid.
So I mean, it's whether we're doing it directly or indirectly, we're totally in support of a lot of these, fundraiser type events. So, anyways,
Love it.
yeah, man, I appreciate that. So, all right, bro. Listen, where can people get your stuff? Give the quick promo, real quick.
Yeah, we're at rainandwindpickleball.com, and then just enter in rain 10 for some 10% off on whatever we got out there. Free shipping over $100. Again, you're supporting bees. We got a link on there to our local bee palace here. Noble apiaries are pretty cool. And yeah, just check us out. And again, I'm going to be in Hawaii the next couple of weeks. We'll have some good news from that, and then hopefully, yeah, with your surgery, I hope everything goes smooth with that, and then balls.
Yep. And if you're interested in any of our gear, you can get it at crownpickleball.store. Sign up for ambassadorship where you can give your friends and family and customers 15% off, and you yourself get 15% as the commission. So that's a good deal. You can use it for yourself. It's balls. It's all good.
Love
All
it.
right, mister. Good to see you. And we'll be back
Hey,
shortly with the next pod here in the next couple of weeks.
stoked
Let
on
us know.
top
Make,
spin.
make sure you're liking and subscribing and sharing. We love all of you, and have a great rest of the day. Pick along.